What do you think about the chemistry? Any comments on that? What do you think, in your opinion, what chemistry is? Whatever you say. Any?
Sometimes it's fun, but sometimes it's difficult.
Okay. Any other?
Related to an organic.
Organic, right? Okay. And then any other
Related to the reaction.
reactions? Okay. It means that chemistry is chemical component, right? So I will ask you to eat or consume chemical substances. Would you? Chemical substances or chemical component. I will ask you to eat it or consume it. Would you?
Depends on chemical substance.
It depends. Okay. Depends, yeah. Okay. Here are the list of chemical components, chemical substances. For example, ethyl hexanoate, ethyl butanoate, trimethyl butyl ethanol, pentyl acetate, E151, tryptophan, all the things. I will ask you, eat it. Would you? Are you okay with that? If I ask you, accept it or not? Yes. You are ready?
Normal.
Huh?
Porsi normal.
I mean, it's okay for the chemical component. I ask you to eat it.
Yes.
Yes. It's okay. It means that you know that this chemical component is it for you. Oh no, I don't want because it's chemical component. Because it's chemical substances, it is too risky for me to eat it. Yeah. I mean, you okay to consume these substances, all components?
50-50.
You accept it if I ask you, okay, you are ready for eating this chemical component? Well, no problem, yeah. Any other? Maybe reject it? You reject if I ask you to eat it. Why?
First, I have to check the component or elements. Is the safety for my body or hazard for my body? And then, if you give me money,
Okay. So you think it is maybe dangerous for you, right?
yeah.
Okay. Others? For any of you will reject for if I ask you to consume it. Yeah. Which one? Reject it or okay? Accept it?
Reject.
Reject. Why?
Because I don't even know what that is.
Any other? For someone who reject, and what are the reasons why you reject for this chemical component? Any? You accept it?
No, I reject it.
Oh, why? Why? Yeah.
We can't without some confirmation. We can eat only if something is composed of these chemicals. Then we can. But I think that we can't.
Okay.
We can't intake them.
Actually, daily, in everyday our life, we will consume chemical components. For who rejects it, I will show you what actually is this component. It actually banana. Yeah. If I show you banana, I'm sure that all of you will accept it, yeah. Maybe one more, ya. Jadi kalau apa namanya, ini kan bahan kimia ya. Cuma kalau mau lihat ini aja kayaknya ekstrim gitu kan. Bahan kimia kan. Cuma kalau kita sebetulnya ini apa? Ini sebetulnya adalah komponen dari pisang. Nggak ininya ya, tapi ininya. Oke. Jadi buat yang nolak, saya bingung nih, kenapa menolak pisang? So any of you who reject because of this chemical, and also that we realize actually is banana, it means you don't like banana. Maksudnya, jadi kemungkinan nggak suka pisang nggak juga ya. Jadi kalau sebetulnya ini oke aja. Ya, jelas ya. Apa namanya, for the chemical component history we do not know apa. If we do not know what is component, ya maksudnya kita nggak tahu ini komponen apa sih. It is safe for me, it is safe for us. Actually, if it is safe, we can consume. Ya, it is not safe, it is not food. Ya, jadi kalau nggak aman itu bukan makanan. Baik. Okay, the study of chemistry actually for the nutrition relevant is the how we understanding food composition. As previously slide, we will see that banana consists of many chemical components. For example, the flavor, flavors itself contain some of fatty acid actually, because it's volatile, menguap. Jadi kalau komponen flavor itu there are two things, volatile and non volatile. If it is volatile menguap, artinya kita only smell, kita hanya mencium aromanya aja. Tapi kalau dia itu non volatile, tidak menguap, itu related to the taste, jadi berkaitan dengan rasa. Kan ada tuh makanan baunya, bukan makanan, ada cuma aromanya aja, tapi kita rasakan nggak ada kan, taste-nya nggak ada. Parfum itu kan aromanya aja. Tapi ada juga dia itu taste-nya ada taste-nya tapi tidak ada aromanya. Paham ya? Jadi ada juga yang also both of them aroma and also the taste. We will see all of is flavor. Flavor consists of taste and also aroma. Jadi kalau Anda yang if one of you don't like durians, what are that makes you don't like durian? Maybe the smell, tapi the taste okay. Also, okay. Any of you doesn't like durian, only aroma, but the taste is okay. You know durian?
Yeah.
You like it?
I haven't tried it.
Oh, you don't try?
No.
Not yet?
It's not common in Pakistan. I will try here soon.
Oh, you will try.
But I guess it's smelly. I have heard from my friends that it's very smelly.
I mean, do you accept but the taste and maybe?
No, I don't care about it. I like.
Oh, you will
it's
try.
good. Yeah.
Nanti kapan ya musim durian? Can try after maybe the season of durian ya. Many durian here. Also with the expensive, also the cheapest one. You can taste it. Ya, jadi yang itu ajak makannya. Most of the people from outside Indonesia or Southeast Asia don't like durian because of the smell. But if you eat the taste, if you want to taste it, maybe they will like it because it's sweet rasanya manis, actually it's sweet. You can try it. Jadi ada orang tuh untuk bisa mengatasi masalah flavor, meng-create ada itu orang nggak suka baunya tapi suka rasanya, dibuatlah durian tanpa bau. Tapi kalau duriannya aja nggak ada rasa, itu malah itu perisai ya. Ini apa namanya? Apa sih namanya? Perasa aja. Oke, next. Okay, about the other thing is digestion. So what we are consuming actually chemical component for the poly apa ya, carbohydrate, for example, it will decompose into asam amino, into glucose. Yeah. It actually the reaction of chemical. Another thing, metabolism. It is the one thing that you should know, because mostly the nutrients that we consume, if our body absorbs, will break down into small pieces and will change into other things. For example, is carbohydrate. It break down into glucose. Yeah. After glucose, it will be ATP. ATP as our energy. It metabolism. It is needs the chemical reaction and also nutrients interaction. For example, nutrient interaction. Do you know meat? Fresh meat?
Yes.
What do you think if you taste it? Raw meat, yeah.
Yeah.
Raw meat. What do you think the taste of raw meat? Are you okay for that? Okay.
It depends the quality.
Huh?
It depends the quality of
Maybe tasteless, yeah. For the raw meat, tasteless.
Yes.
And then if you wanna cook only water, with water and you boil it, maybe the taste change, right? Are you okay for that? Still okay, yeah. I think it's more tasty than raw meat. What if I add salt in the water before the meat cooked? Yeah. What about the taste? I think it's better. Maybe lebih mudah menerima kalau kita dagingnya itu dimasak pakai garam. It is actually the interaction between the component. The salt will interact the protein or the flavors inside the meat. It makes the complex substances so will taste more. Jadi istilahnya kalau ada garam, rasa dari daging itu baru keluar. Tapi kalau nggak ada garam, taste dari flavor dari daging itu belum keluar. Apalagi ya, if you add spices in the water for boiling meat, it will make other flavors appear. Jadi semua komponen yang ada daging itu akan keluar. Inilah rasa daging. This is the taste of if you add spices, herbs, salt. Maybe Pakistan culinary, ya. Pakistan culinary, there are many spices to process, ya. Jadi itu kalau makanan India, kalau India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I think it's full of spices, maksudnya komplit itu bumbunya. If we make the classification each of area Indonesia, the area nearby Pakistan, India, such as Sumatra, we can see the difference between the daerah Indonesia Timur for the far east of Indonesia, for the province nearby Pakistan is more needs spices. Pak Rondong itu bumbunya banyak. Tapi kalau kita ke Papua, hampir nggak pakai bumbu, mungkin cuma garam aja. Misalnya di Tenggara itu ada daging dikasih garam aja, udah nggak pakai congkos segala macam. Tapi yang lebih enak adalah yang banyak rempahnya. Okay. Also, chemical process in the body determine how nutrients are there. Jadi sebenarnya what we are consume is determine. For example, protein. What are the utilization of protein in our body? You know, apa fungsi protein?
sumber energi utama.
Okay, right. Yeah, for example, for carbohydrate is energy. Yeah, another thing. So, for example, here it is raw meat, and this is the cooked meat. We can see the difference between raw and cooked, right? Yeah. We can also see the color, texture, and also maybe the taste. Completely different. It is the microscopic. What about inside? Actually, there are some reaction inside here. Actually, microscopic. What are the reaction inside? The process when we cook raw meat and the meat cook is actually the reaction is Maillard reaction. It will make form the flavor. So many of the food it will cook, they will change into other things, more tasty. So it with any flavor of it, because it different if you eat raw and others if you cook it, right? Okay. Jadi kalau makanan yang mentah dengan yang matang itu pasti berbeda. Kalau ada proses matangan, ada reaksi namanya Maillard, dan itu menghasilkan flavor yang berbeda. Any question? Ada ya? Soalnya kalau nanya bingung juga jawabnya. Pakai bahasa Inggris kan? Okay, next the scientific method. Actually, chemistry from the early of the science, it's supposed to be need this scientific method. Most, I think all chemistry needs scientific method. For example, misalnya, kok bisa terjadi di sini? What make this happen? Ya, tadi kenapa tuh daging kok kenapa enak ketika dimakan? Also, for example, have you try make cake, bread? Ada yang pernah coba bikin kue? Pernah? Fail or success? Maybe at the first fail, ya. Okay. After you fail to make cake, what do you think?
I check what ingredients or the technique is
Oh,
wrong.
you think that it's supposed to be you add this ya. Jadi kayaknya perlu nambahin ini ya. If you say that, it means the hypothesis. Jadi kalau kayaknya begini nih perlu ditambahin, itu namanya hipotesis. Jadi udah punya presumption, jadi asumsi. Nah itu namanya hipotesis. Lalu kita melakukan riset, nyari data, kemudian barulah kita kalau sudah ketemu itu kayaknya perlu ditambah ini, maka baru ada success make cake ya. Itu jadi istilahnya kalau di riset itu namanya teori. Ditambah ini akan begini. Understand ya? Understand aja lah ya. Okay. In the scientific method there also theory actually evolve ya, maksudnya selalu berubah atau berkembang. Maybe in the next meeting we discuss about the development of atom, the theory of atom, difference based on the research found. And also after the research also there's law. Law it means that kalau hukum itu nggak berubah, tapi kalau teori bisa berubah. Misalnya hukum kekalahan energi itu nggak berubah, udah begitu aja, nggak ada ini karena sudah terbukti itu jadi hukum, jadi law. Ini law-nya bukan law hukum pidana pidana ya, maksudnya saintifik ya. Okay. Next is chemistry is the study of the properties of matter, materi, dan juga the change its attribute. Jadi termasuk perubahan-perubahan yang terjadi di dalamnya. Jadi kita belajar materi, sekaligus materi itu berubah jadi apa aja. Nah, di materi itu nanti ada classification in the matter ya. First about the pure substance, and the other is mixture. For the pure substance, it consists of elements and also compound. For the mixtures, there are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous. What are the difference? For substance, it means the single or compound that we can distinguish, that we can make different. But per mixture is addition or combination between pure substance. We can differentiate in the mixture into pure substance by physical treatment. Jadi kita kalau campuran itu bisa kita pisah jadi zat-zat tunggal dengan cara fisika biasa, misalnya penyaringan, filtration, apalagi lah, pokoknya kata fisika. But if this one, for the pure substance, elemen yang unsur ya, itu akan bergabung dengan unsur yang menjadi senyawa. Kalau ini kita hanya bisa ubah kembali ke elemen jadi unsur awal, atau itu dengan nggak bisa dengan cara kimia, dengan cara fisika biasa, kita simulasi, tapi dengan cara kimia. Ya. Ini beberapa konsep awal dari materi. And the mixture, they are homogeneous. Homogeneous means the element, for example, natrium chloride. For the compound, natrium and chloride combine into salt. Can we separate natrium and chloride by physical treatment? It is possible. We can do it by chemical process. Or we can separate natrium and chloride itself. Kemudian mixture ini campuran ya. Itu ada yang homogeneous, ada yang homogen, ada yang heterogen. Homogen itu in the mixture as the homogeneous mixture, we cannot see the difference because completely mixed. Jadi bergabungnya itu sempurna. For example, ini tea ya. Jadi teh dengan air itu nyampur. Ya. Kita nggak bisa make the differentiation between which is tea or which is water. Or maybe, for example, if you wanna add sugar in the tea, we cannot. It is difficult for us to which sugar, which is tea or maybe water. We can see. Kalau tehnya atau gulanya susah. Itu jadi homogeneous mixture. But if we can see the differences between substance, it means heterogeneous. For example, if you are jadi tukang bangunan itu kalau nyampur pasir sama semen, masih kelihatan semen mana, pasir mana kan? Itu heterogeneous. Atau misalnya, for example, is oil and water. You mix up, masih bisa kelihatan nggak? Oil and water, separated. You can see it-nya heterogeneous. Ya. Jadi kalau masih bisa kelihatan bedanya, itu namanya heterogen ya, campuran ya. So, what are the methods? Materi adalah is anything that occupies space and has mass. Jadi punya massa dan juga dia menempati ruang, punya volume. Itu adalah matter. Okay, all of matters, there are three forms. Yeah. First is solid, next is liquid, and the rest is gas. All of matters state form or state like this. For example, yeah, for the solid, it's rigid objects with definite shape. Ya. I mean, dia nggak berubah ya. Bentuknya kalau udah solid tuh lebih rigid, lebih kaku. Kemudian dia itu bentuknya ya udah begitu, ya, nggak berubah katakan. Contohnya es ya, es itu beku ya, berarti kan padatan. Jadi padatan itu nggak berubah bentuk seperti itu. Tapi what if for liquid? Kalau yang liquid itu tidak sekaku solid ya, less rigid than solid. It floats ya, jadi punya cairannya. Kemudian mengambil bentuk dari kontainernya. Take the shape of the container dari tempatnya. Contohnya apa, air. Kalau tempatnya botol ya botol. Jadi contohnya liquid ya, susu, minyak, water. Coba. Oh iya. This is coffee. Chemical component right ya. It's a latte. What are latte consist of? Milk, sugar, anything else? Anybody else? Anything else? Actually, I seldom jarang lah saya minum yang latte. Biasa saya ya makan kopi tubruk ya, kopi yang ada amasnya. Cuma ini dikasih orang biar aja. Okay, for the gas. It's less rigid also, it's liquid but more ya. And also can expand in, jadi istilahnya bisa volume itu bisa jadi nggak bebas gitu, itu gas. Contohnya uap, ya, steam it means water ya, water in form of gas. And ada ini juga carbon dioxide, so these are the example of forms or state of the matters. Which one is gas? This one, this one ya. It means the gas inside or trapped in the matrix of food ya. Kalau bikin foam ini di dalam ini ada gasnya. Ice cream also ya, inside the ice. If we call it grain. More semakin kecil grainnya, semakin lembut ice creamnya. Ya, kan pernah tuh. Jadi more apa? Jadi kalau ada ice cream yang lembut banget itu, maka grainnya or gas trap itu sangat kecil. Jadi semakin halus, more fine ya. Tapi kalau if grainnya itu besar, cenderung kasar. For the liquid, such as emulsion, and the rest is solid. Yeah. All of the thing puts in solid state. And the most interesting of this matter is they can interchange or interconvert into other state. Solid become liquid, and liquid maybe can be a gas. Yeah, for example, ice melting into water, and if you want to boil, yeah, maybe the water becomes steam, gas, yeah. Or maybe the gas into water by condensation, yeah, and maybe by the lower make it temperature lower, it will become ice, solid state. Yeah, this is the example of the interconversion between state. Yeah. Evaporation, liquid into gas, condensation, gas into liquid. This is the illustration of this interconversion between states. Jadi terasa lama ya kalau bahas ini sih. Selesai jam berapa?
4:24.
Okay, next the classification of matters. The classification of matters, substances, mixtures, elements, and the rest is compound. So we'll discuss about the substance and matter, mixture. What are matters? Matter that has a definite or content composition and distinct properties. For example, is water, ethanol, or salt. For the mixture is a combination between substances. A combination of two or more substances in which the substance obtain their distinct identities. So we can identify which component is there for the mixture, what are the differences there. So for example, soft drinks, milk, and milk. And for the types of mixtures, they are homogeneous and heterogeneous, as previously I explained. So what are the differences between the homogeneous and also heterogeneous? By differentiation. If you can make differentiation and you do differentiation, it means that heterogeneous. If it is hard for you to distinguish, it means that homogeneous. Sugar in water, but for oil in water, heterogeneous. For the sugar in water, homogeneous. Right? See? And then for the mixtures, we can separate using physical treatment. There's the example of the separation of the mixture. For example, filtration. Filtration, you can filter or you can make differentiation between ampasnya dengan sarinya kan ya, baik filtration atau nyaring. Kemudian kalau evaporation, you can separate dissolved solid ya, salt from water. Jadi misalnya ini also you have misalnya teh manis ya, itu kan mixture ya, homogen. Bisa nggak kita pisahin? Bisa ya. Dengan evaporasi kan, airnya keluar, tinggal teh sama gulanya. Ya tinggal misahin teh sama gula, ini gimana cara misahinnya ya. Sama tahu misahin komponen gula sama tehnya gimana cara misahinnya, itu enggak? Maybe we can use by perbedaan berat jenis mungkin ya. It needs another solvent ya, jadi perlu pelarut yang lain karena perlu dipisah, jadi chemical ya gitu. Kalau yang mixture biasa itu perlu hanya physical treatment aja. For distillation is if we want to separate each liquid based on the boiling points ya. Jadi kita bisa pisahkan antara komponen satu dengan yang lain itu berdasarkan titik idih ya, atau mungkin titik rela atau mungkin titik pokok. It is for example for the petroleum ya, maksudnya minyak bumi ya. You can make any products which is gasoline, which is solar, and also which is wax by petroleum ya, misalnya minyak mentah, crude oil ya, crude oil. Jadi kita bisa berdasarkan di industri minyak bumi itu, mereka misalnya dengan cara distilasi. Ini yang suhunya tinggi jadi bensin, yang suhunya sekian jadi solar, yang suhunya sekian jadi sisa mungkin wax ya, lilin yang lilin. Jadi itu cara boiling point. Jadi minyak buminya dimasak ya, sampai menguap. Nanti each of the paste ya ada the trap itu, kemudian suhunya di atas, the temperature is organized. So if the gas reach the apa ya, di tempat-tempat yang beda itu mereka kan apa terkondensat ya. That is condensation each of the substances of the crude oil. Jadi istilahnya bisa dipisahkan ke masing-masing komponen. Jadi bisa ada solar dan sebagainya dengan menggunakan distilasi. And also you can separate perfume ya, aroma acidic apa ya bahasa itu? Minyak acidic. Acidnya apa bahasa itu ya? Jadi flavor aroma dari bahan-bahan yang mengandung aroma itu kalau mau nangkepnya dengan cara distilasi, misalnya aroma apa minyak kayu putih, kayu oil ya, dari pohon kayu putih, kayu put trees ya, jadi daunnya the leaves of kayu put trees, and we chop also dihalusin and we add the solvent and then we use distillation. After that it will separate between water or solvent and the oil of keju put. Jadi terpisah dengan cara destilasi. Semua industri aroma atau yang aromatik itu baru itu menggunakan destilasi. Cheaper, tapi ada juga proses yang namanya tuh pressing untuk memisahkan aroma, tapi rendemen atau apa namanya hasilnya itu lebih sedikit. Ada juga teknologi namanya apa sih lupa. Jadi kondisi saya lupa istilahnya. Jadi dia itu solventnya using carbon dioxide, jadi bukan liquid tapi pelarutnya adalah gas dengan tekanan tinggi. Dengan tekanan tinggi carbon dioxide itu jadi liquid sehingga bisa melarutkan yang mau kita cari. Kalau dilarutkan kemudian kompresnya dibuka, si carbon dioxide ini jadi gas lagi, tinggal oilnya. Itu lebih, tapi teknologinya lebih mahal. Okay, the classification next of the classifier is elements and compounds. Kalau unsur mungkin sudah bisa dipahami ya. A subject cannot be separated into several subcategories. Jadi kalau unsur ini nggak bisa dipisah, dipecah lagi menjadi dengan cara yang biasa, karena ini udah hitungannya atom ya. Ya, ini the most apa ya? Yang paling kecil lah. Ukuran yang paling kecil dari sebuah materi unsur ya. Walaupun sebetulnya elemen itu can be divided into small pieces one ya. Jadi lebih kecil lagi. Atoms, electrons, proton, other things. And also we can divide electron into muon. Teknologi evolve, jadi sebenarnya teknologi semakin berkembang, elektron itu bisa dipecah-pecah terus, bahkan proton juga bisa dipecah lagi. But we did not discuss about this. It is not chemical, actually physical, physical chemistry. For the compound is a substance composed of two or more elements. Then compound can be separated into the pure components by chemical means. Jadi kita bisa senyawa ini bisa kita pisah menjadi unsur-unsur ini dengan proses kimia. Ya tadi NaCl bisa nggak bisa dengan cara apa? Ya proses kimia atau reaksi kimia. Dan H2O itu kan compound ya. Kita bisa menjadi hidrogen dan oksigen using chemical means. Okay. Example in nutrition ya, carbohydrate consists of what are elements? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. For proteins, what are the elements? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Yeah. For the protein, yeah. And for lipids, what are the components made up lipids? Like lipid. Do you know the components of lipids? I mean the elements of lipids. I don't know. Any of you? Lipids. Carbohydrate consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. For the protein, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. For lipids, lipid same as carbohydrate. Carbon, hydrogen. So what is your opinion about carbohydrate and lipids? Lipid means fat and oil, yeah? What do you think? Because both of them has some elements.
Source of energy.
It means carbohydrate can become lipids interaction. Jadi bisa lipid in our body. Maksudnya ya. So that's why in the diet for someone they want to reduce their weight, it is not allowed for them to consume carbohydrate more because in our body it is metabolized into lipids. Jadi bisa berubah itu karbohidrat menjadi adipose, jadi lemak. Ya. Paham ya? Kenapa sih kok bukan menghindari lemaknya tapi malah menghindari karbonya? Karena di tubuh kita, if we in our in sedentary, rebahan ya. Jadi kamu sering rebahan, sedentary life, your carbohydrate become lipids because you do not carbohydrate as energy. It is stored in our body as adipose tissue di jaringan lemak tubuh. Paham ya? Kenapa itu yang menghindari karbohidratnya? Karena ini interconversion. Okay. Next is about the physical and chemical properties of matter. Physical properties mean that can be observed without changing the identity of the substances. For example, butter melts, ice melts. Yeah, the identity of this matter not changing. Misalnya air jadi gas, jadi air ataupun jadi es tetap harum, aku nggak berubah. Ini juga nih butter lipids ya, tetap lipid. Kemudian air dan lainnya. It means that the identity of the substance not change. What about if the chemical properties? The chemical properties, it means that there is alteration. Ada yang berubah ketika itu chemical properties dari awalnya. Misalnya, ini contoh cut apple standard. Apple, if you cut apple for a couple of minutes from the white one, it can be more dark or brown. It means there are chemical reaction there. Jadi ada oksidasi ya. Other things is for example caramelization. Sugar browns when eaten. Sugar, because sugar is hydrophilic, they will catch water from dari udara, from air, and then the sugar will be melt Jadi the crystal of sugar will be menjadi liquid ya. It actually is physical properties. What if you give the heat for the sugar melt or crystal? It become brown and also forming the flavor. It is called caramelization. Jadi kalau gulanya itu gula kan hidrofilik, nangkap air ya dari udara, maka dia akan cenderung gula itu jadi seolah melting ya, seolah mencair ya. Itu baru fisika, secara fisik. Tapi kalau kena panas, maka air nanti gula itu berubah secara kimianya, warnanya coklat. Jadi kalau secara mikroskopik itu udah beda antara gula yang biasa. Ketika ada panas dia membentuk the color of brown, kalau bisa jadi rasanya juga beda gitu. Kalau if only sugar change by physical properties, we can say identify as sugar. But if caramelization, there is a process caramelization, the sugar change into other things, and also the taste completely different with the sugar. We also denaturation. Yeah. For example, egg. You know egg. What is the state of egg? Raw egg, liquid. What happen if you cook egg? It become what? Then solid. Then from transparent into jadi transparan kan? It is also the chemical properties. So the physical change means that doesn't alter, but for chemical change there is alteration. Jadi berubah semuanya. Itu the physical and chemical properties of matter. Ini normal ya. I mean in our daily life you can see maybe when you go home ya, if you're gonna eat ya, maybe you can make attention for your food. Is it liquid? Is it solid? And what other thing inside? Apa yang berubah terjadi di dalamnya? Itu sangat menarik. It is interesting for us to learn. Jadi kalau sudah jago kimia itu pasti jago bikin apa-apa. Jadi kalau for the nutrition students, if they know the chemical changes, I suggest for the chemical changes, but for the physical, it is actually not unique yet. But for chemical changes, it's unique. Mostly your kakak kelas kalian yang kompetisi menang itu chemical changes. Kalau physical changes itu cuma buah dipotong, tapi kalau chemical changes buah itu jadi biskuit, ya paham ya? Itu more interesting than physical ones. Okay. Any questions? Okay. And then any of you make an example which is maybe physical changes and also chemical changes or properties. Yeah. I ask you for 1 minute to observe, yeah, which is the chemical changes and also physical changes or physical properties. I give you 1 minute. Think, right? Start. Maybe not up to 1 minute. Maybe less. to browsing. Use your brain. Yeah. See? What do you think about what kind of physical properties environment? Ya, mungkin ada kalian cari contoh itu mana sih yang kimia, mana yang fisik, perubahan macam ya. Yang masih waktu mungkin 3 menit ya. Ya, 1 menit. Oke, silakan ya. Penting ya, coba dicari. Sudah? Pikir aja, kira-kira. Tapi understand kan ya? Yang mana sih mana? Jangan-jangan nggak ngerti ya. I hope you understand about the physical and also chemical properties and also chemical changes. So you can mention and also find which the properties between physical and also chemical. What kind of ya. Jadi itu kalau tahu contohnya berarti cukup nangkap. Jadi dia sama saya mengetes sebetulnya nangkap masih. Paham ya? Silakan dicari tapi no browsing. Use your brain. Sudah? Okay, if you have already find it, so you can share between your friends, right? I give your friend, your apa nih, pasangan kalian, your spouse ya. You can tell each other what kind of the example of physical changes. Okay. Okay, done already? Okay, next is, can you share with us? Yeah. Any of you want to comment? Just maybe speak out loud, yeah. People here listen your. Okay.
May I speak in Indonesia?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So for jadi untuk fisikanya aku tuh pilih kamper. Jadi iya.
Oh, okay.
Iya. Jadi kamper tuh kalau misalnya didiamkan tuh dia menghilang, itu dia menyumbling, dia jadi gas. Terus untuk kimianya itu aku pilih proses fotosintesis.
Photosynthesis. Okay. Good. Any other? Want to comment?
I'm not sure with the physical one, but I think the chemical one, when we cook shrimp, udang,
Oh,
it
shrimps.
from gray to pink or red.
Okay. What is?
I forgot what the substance is, but I watched once, and there is Tekpang, maybe you know guys, TikToker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, he explained that some substance yang merubah jadi abu-abu jadi pink.
So it's chemical or physical?
Chemical.
Chemical, right? Okay. Any others? Okay. Okay. Fermentation. What the kind of changes? Physical or chemical? Chemical. Other? Right? Oh no. Any of you? Anybody else? Want to comment? Want to comment? It's out of you. Just say it. Okay.
We don't find the physical properties yet, but I think the chemical properties, for example, can make your
or wine, like from grapes to wine.
Okay. It's chemical.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Very good. Anybody else? Oh, maybe the rest of you. Okay.
Formula 1 is for changing in banana peel.
Oh, banana.
Banana peel.
Uh-huh.
And for liquid one is water freezing.
Okay.
Like from liquid to solid.
It means that physical. Okay. Okay, thank you. So it means that you understand what I'm talking, yeah? Because all of you know the difference between physical and chemical. Actually, I worry about this teaching in English. Yeah. I suka that all of you understand. Mudah-mudahan benar-benar ngerti ya. Then next is the properties, extensive and intensive properties. All of metals, they will properties, extensive and intensive. What is the extensive? Extensive means the related to quantity of metals. For example, I borrow your mobile phones. Ada apa nih? Berapa beratnya? Yeah, it means that is if we can say that the gram is 1 kilo maybe. It's 1 kilo. If we combine, it will be 6 kilo. It means an extensive properties. And also the length, yeah. Maybe the length is 1 kilometer. Is the kilometer. If we combine, become 6 kilometer. So more, yeah. But for the intensive properties, if we add, combine, no change. For example, the temperature, for this, yeah, maybe it's water, yeah. Cari water bener aja. Pinjam. Nggak diminum ya. Ini. Aman. Let's say the temperature is 100 derajat Celcius ya, 100. It also 100. We mix, it will become 200.
No.
It remains 100. It will be an intensive properties, right? And also the color. If we say this is brown, also this is brown. We mix, also brown. Not maybe darker, yeah, but also still remains. And if what about if this one is more clear, yeah, more clear. And we mix, they will apa ya, menyesuaikan, tapi tidak meningkatkan. Paham ya? Gitu. For example, is dark, deeper maybe. If we make the scale, yeah, the dark is 100, 100. It's maybe 0. It means apa ya? Enggak, bukan. Misalnya ini misalnya 50, ya, coklatnya 50, ini 100. Digabung bukan 150, tapi menyesuaikan, jadi turun ya. Yang 100 jadi sekian, yang 50 jadi sekian. Sama juga suhunya 100 jadi 50, bukan 150 digabung, tapi 100 menyesuaikan, yang 50 menyesuaikan saja. Ya, itu adalah. Oke, saya kembalikannya. Aman ya? Aman. Jadi itu ya. Volume nambah. Kalau volume, it means that extensive, right? It more quantity. Yeah. So, ini understand ya? Differences between extensive and intensive properties in the metals. Okay. Okay, for next slide, maybe you can study your own ya, maksudnya di pelajaran ini aja. Jadi it related to the measurements ya, and also notation. Jadi satuannya di units. Because because the chemical it's it is important to know or istilahnya bisa menggunakan mana ada kemungkinan there is possible in some measurements there is no unit jadi nggak bisa tahu. Jadi saling benar. Oke, waktunya time's up, so I will finish this session ya. Maybe you can miss Ya, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.